Hello, how you doing? Welcome to another video. My name is Damilare, founder of Resilient Software Security, and today we're talking about negative testing. Negative testing is this really powerful tool that helps us to improve the robustness of the interfaces to our software systems. Primarily because the interfaces to our software systems are the places, of course, where attackers come at our software systems. And in a different video, we really break down attack surfaces and talk about that. Please check it out if you don't have the opportunity to do so. In this case, I'm talking about negative testing. So usually with our systems, we have a flow in mind, the correct flow of what users should be able to do with our system. Attackers usually are not going through that correct flow. They're doing something else. And one of the ways they do something else is by supplying some inputs that are wrong in a certain way. And so one of the best things, in fact, the low-hanging fruit that any software team can do is not only to verify that the right inputs lead to the right actions in your software system, but also verify that as much as you can, play around with different scenarios of bad inputs that you do not want or that are being correct for that flow, and then test them such that you're ensuring that your system is robust enough to handle such an expected input. So let's take a scenario whereby you have this user who's able to authenticate via this mobile app to the server backend. So you have some authentication from on the mobile app. Perhaps the authentication actually happens on the backend via this API, via the API that is exposed. You want to then to make sure that okay, what kind of the inputs that are wrong, say from a password that is wrong or that is an email entry. Let's use a simple example that is not a right email or it's not even an email address at all. How does your system perform? Or there's some character or some quotation marks. How does your system perform when it gets some input that is not what you expect, a good email address, for instance? Do you test that as well? It is very important to do that. And it's as simple as this seems, many times we miss it. Maybe with startups in the rush to build, or with independent software developers, or just for even more experienced companies, just in the pressure to get more done. We miss out on doing this, or we don't do that all the interfaces where we should. You want to bake this into your testing, negative testing. It's a pretty easy thing to do. So, for instance, when we use this user login in, even at the first attack surface level here, just going into the mobile app, bad input, like I said, it's not even an email address at all, or it's got some weird characters in the email address, or it's just a very large and long email address, such that if you've not designed the system properly, maybe the space that you allocated, depending on the programming language that you're using in the system to handle that, it leads to some unexpected error, a buffer overflow, depending on the language as well. Or it could just be no input at all. Does your system hand as simple as this sounds? And we're using a very simple scenario to explain. Hey, software security is simple. So we are talking about, we can say there's no email address at all. There's nothing at all. Does your system just crash? Does it just let them log in? Or is your system smart enough to say, okay, you got to do the right thing? So this applies whatever kind of software you're doing. Negative testing, test that what is, as much as you can, what are the inputs that you say these are wrong things, and then we'll talk in another video about how you use automation to do this even better. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video. Oh, I should mention as well, well, I was going to say I'll just give a teaser that the video we're going to be talking about is going to be about a technique called fuzzing, fuzz testing. And if that's not on my YouTube channel, then it will be on our website. Bye for now.